Part 5, Webinar and Workshop Hijacking. Now, why do a workshop? Now, in some cases, a launch will have already happened and the market's moving on, or maybe it's bored with the particular concept that you are going to be concerned with. So what you are going to need to do in order to make it sellable is to find a different set of online customers. In some cases, you're going to need to find a different set of offline customers interested in the niche. And these customers can typically be persuaded in a different way. They can be persuaded by your proof. So they don't necessarily need to see a new launch, and they don't necessarily see a big price decrease or a price cut. They're really going to be persuaded by seeing evidence that what you have is going to be right for them at that particular time. And when you have that proof, these customers can be persuaded by the same copy that you're using. Now, you are going to have online customers in different niches, and sometimes there are different pockets of online marketers that may not have heard a particular product in a marketplace, like for instance JVZoo. They're going to be people who have operated in the ClickBank environment but who haven't heard of anything in JVZoo, or maybe they were operating in the Warrior Plus environment. Maybe they were operating in the Zaxa environment, and all these are affiliate networks. Maybe they were operating in the Deal Guardian network, and again, they may not have heard of a particular product in a particular area, and so this will be relevant to them. So what you want to do then is to make something called webinar workshop hijacking work for you in this particular case. What's going to happen is you're going to be sending traffic to a webinar instead of an actual bonus page. So people are going to have a concept taught to them, and then they're going to be asked or pitched on buying a product. Now, obviously, you're going to be using an automated webinar in order to do this. You're basically going to be using the webinar as your testing ground, and you're going to pitch the product to a number of different audiences according to their particular problem. So in other words, you're going to send people with a specific kind of problem to a specific kind of webinar, and you are going to then pitch your product to them based on their particular problem. And of course, all this is going to be easy to do inside of any webinar system where you have control in order to send an automated webinar. Now, in order to do this, you're still going to need a bonus. You are going to need to seed the value throughout your presentation. So you're going to be talking about things like what it would cost to fix their problem. What would it cost to have them see a similar solution? You want to have this throughout the presentation. You don't just want to wait till the end to try to convince people with a very low price. You want to be talking to them about the value they should expect to pay over the course of the time during the webinar. What would it actually cost if things got worse for them? And you should be telling them that throughout your presentation. You want to make sure that whatever facility you're using for your automated webinar, make sure that your customer or your potential customer can see the bonus. So in other words, use a visual representation. If you have a graphical software box or something that they can actually visualize what it is they're going to be getting as a result of picking up the purchase through your affiliate link when you are webinar hijacking. And then make sure that bonus is shown to them when the offer is made. So make sure that it is visible to them. If you can use an automated feature so that they can see that bonus, that it's timed so that when the offer comes, they'll actually see the bonus right along with it so that they know they have to act in order to get the bonus in addition to your offer. And finally, make sure that you are watching your stats very carefully, because you want to make sure you understand whether or not the webinar is actually converting. You want to know at what point people are leaving. You want to know at what point they are coming in. You want to have a good sense for what the webinar is actually doing for you, because again, this webinar is actually taking the place of a bonus page and is actually going to do a main portion of the selling for you. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will pick it up where we left off, and we're going to start talking about traffic, how you're going to actually get people to that bonus or landing page using various means. Now, the first thing that really needs to be discussed is having a platform. This is something that will help you to build a traffic base that people are actually coming to satisfy some kind of need for knowledge, and they're coming to you for it. You want to make sure that this is something that you are generating on a regular basis so that your traffic will be continual. Once you have a profitable offer, you want to have people who are coming to your site because they have an interest in something that they're going to get. You use your platform in order to do that. And this could be a blogging platform. It can be a podcasting platform. It can be a video creation platform. Something where people are getting content on a regular basis and they're coming to you for it. Of course, one of the best ways to do that if you don't have a platform, and even one of the ways that you can build your platform, is to use YouTube video. You can optimize YouTube video so that people can find your video in search, click on a link, and then come to your site. Now, they can actually come by clicking on a link inside of your video, which is called an annotation, or they can click on a link that is in your description area. You should probably have a link in both areas. Basically, what you're trying to do is to put videos in places on subjects that people will be interested in order to come to that landing page and then watch your webinar. One of the more popular ways of driving traffic today is using live streaming video. Now, that means you can do a live Facebook video, or you can do a live Periscope video, or some other social media outlet. You can also pretty much use YouTube for live streaming. These are great ways of being able to drive people based on their interaction with you and their desire to hear what you're saying in a live medium. Of course, those videos are always made for recordings. People can actually go back and watch the recording, but the fact of the matter is some people like to watch live video. You can always catch people, and then you'll be able to deliver them to your location. Now, there is no better medium to drive traffic than to have an email marketing list. So you should always be list building. You should always be driving people onto your email marketing list through an opt-in page, or however they become your customers. You want to make sure that you are always building your list. This is the most efficient and effective way of getting traffic to anything that you are doing. Now, some people will use targeted Facebook ads as well as targeted YouTube ads. These are fantastic ways of being able to pay for traffic. So targeting your customer and then paying to actually get them to that landing page is a great way of using your resources and to be able to scale up your efforts. Solo ads are also a way that you can pay someone who has an email marketing list to be advertising for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to place your ad for an opt-in, or you're going to write an email which directs people to get something free or directs people to check out your offer, and you're going to have someone else send out that email to their list. You're going to pay them for that privilege. And this is what a solo ad is. Of course, all of this traffic you want to send to a bonus or landing page so that you can collect leads if they decide not to take you up on your offer. Now, on the landing page, you are going to have what's called an anytime link. And with just about every automated webinar system out there, there is a way for you to click on the link and have your customers start watching a webinar almost instantly. And that is what you are going to want to do. You want to give them some sense of immediate gratification to find out what it is that they're looking for, and for them to be able to watch your video in order to get it, or your webinar. Of course, on the landing page, you are also going to have an exit pop. We've talked about that, so that when people click away, that you're going to see another offer or see an offer to opt in immediately. You will also have your retargeting pixel on your landing page so that you can collect data on what your customer is doing. And basically what you're doing is you're going to make sure that people who leave that landing page, they are going to see an ad to opt in. So when they exit, the exit pop's going to show up. They're going to get an ad to opt in. We are also going to show them an ad on Facebook, so that if they did not take action, that they get a chance to take action another time. We're also going to show them ads on YouTube. So again, what we're doing in this case is we're giving them every opportunity to interact with them, and we want to make sure basically that we are tracking in every situation. We are tracking in terms of Google Analytics. We are tracking with Facebook. We are tracking them in terms of our landing page onto YouTube. We want to make sure that every interaction that we have with our prospect or a customer, that we're tracking them, that we're giving them an opportunity to do business with us. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.